Hi everyone, it's Andrew Stadell. I want to share with you 5 steps to a 5-minute similar different activity. Now, the purpose of using a similar different framework is to maybe launch a concept by connecting prior knowledge, comparing contrasting mathematical ideas, and strengthening student mathematical vocabulary. Let's say I share and post or project these two equations up on the board and say what's similar between the two equations and what's different. If I say turn and talk to your neighbor, which is a useful strategy, I might not be maximizing the student voice in the classroom. For example, if I had my metal detector or student voice detector going around the classroom, I might hear like pockets of where it's stronger than others, and not all students are contributing. So to help maximize student voice, I want to incorporate a collaborative structure here because it's a vehicle for giving every student a voice through speaking, writing, reading, and listening. We can also use it to crowdsource the class for prior knowledge and formatively assess our students to help drive the instruction. So the first of 3 structures I'll introduce to you is fold it. What you would need is one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You would fold it vertically and at the bottom write similar and different. And so the first student would take that sheet of paper, let's say in a group of 4, and all the students are comparing these 2 images here. Let me move this so you can see there's 2 triangles and the side links. And so the point of this here is if I'm student 1, I would write a similarity, like they're all right triangles. I would write my difference and say one triangle gives me all the angle measurements, triangle A. Triangle B doesn't give me all the angle measurements, and so forth. Now as student 1, I would write it and fold it and pass it to student number 2. They, without looking, would write their similarity and their difference and fold it as well, and repeat that process by giving it to the next student. And the 4th student, now can unfold it after they've written their thing, and we would have 4 similarities and 4 differences, and they can talk about them. Let's troubleshoot this, right? Not every kid has the best penmanship, so maybe every student wants to read their own. Secondly, you've got some idle hands when one sheet of paper is being passed around the group. So ways to troubleshoot that would be maybe generate 4 of these and 1 for each kid, and now you have 4 pieces of paper going throughout the group. Another way to troubleshoot this and add more student voice is through the use of sticky notes. So the second collaborative structure here is post your thoughts. So maybe my partner and I are in charge of writing as many similarities as possible, and then the other 2 people in the group are in charge of writing as many differences as possible, and we stick it on our sheet of paper in terms of our similarities and differences. All right, so let's say I'm coming up to my unit on logarithms and exponential functions. This is an opportunity to compare figure A to figure B. The third collaborative structure is a tried and true Venn diagram, right? So it's super simple. We could put it on a large whiteboard. I don't know if paper's the best, but how do we give every student a voice? So let's say we're comparing these 2 trinomials. Well, maybe every student has a marker or pen and they can write something, or there's only 1 marker for the group, and I can't write a second thing until everybody in the group has written the first thing. So I hope that makes sense. So here's an example in terms of both are trinomials. Figure A has a positive c, figure B has a negative c, and so forth. Or maybe you want to try this Venn diagram with the unit circle and what's similar or different between the 2. So those are the 3 collaborative structures. Here are the 5 steps I promised you. So pick an upcoming concept, step number 1. Generate 2 examples is step number 2. 1 from a previous unit maybe, and 1 from your current unit, or both from within the current unit, or even both from within that day's topic. Step number 3, pick a collaborative structure to go with it. Fold it, stickies, Venn diagram, or something else that you feel confident will maximize student voice in your classroom. And step number 4, of course, project it on the board. And step number 5, invest 5 minutes of class, right? So maybe 30 seconds of individual think time, quiet individual think time, 90 seconds of students writing something, and preparing for step 3 on that is 3 minutes to share in their groups and or the whole class. I hope this has been helpful. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Take care.